Tom Corbett is a Republican governor of Pennsylvania. Now, he's done some outrageous things. One of my favorite things was that he said that he had to give tax subsidies for fracking in Pennsylvania. People are like, wait a minute, why do you have to give them tax breaks? Basically give them taxpayer money to do something that's already incredibly profitable. Wouldn't they have done it anyway? He said they would have gone to a different state. But wait, the gas is under Pennsylvania. How could they have gotten it in another state? Okay, so Corbett is monumentally full of crap. And he's passed one terrible law or pushed for one terrible law after another, right? But now, as food stamps are being cut nationally, some Democratic governors across the country have stepped up and found a way to protect them at the local level. And so has Tom Corbett. What is this? They say Pennsylvania Governor Tom Corbett made a shocking move to protect food stamp recipients on Wednesday, forestalling congressional cuts to the benefits program in his state. Now, we're going to tell you why he made that shocking move in a second. But first, let me quote somebody from his own administration saying, "In these challenging and trying times, our most vulnerable families may not have been able to absorb another hit." Now, that's not the kind of thing that you usually hear Republican administrations talking about, like, oh, the most vulnerable. They just couldn't take one more hit. Usually it's, we got to cut these entitlements. We're going to balance the budget and give more tax cuts for corporations. By the way, Corbett has given millions upon millions in tax cuts to corporations in Pennsylvania. But look, he did the right thing here in food stamps. I wonder why. All of a sudden, 2014 is an election year. Tom Corbett's up for re-election. Well, let's take a look at his poll numbers and see how he's doing. Record low 36% approval rating. Record low. Oops. It gets worse. Well, are you likely to vote for him? Do you think he deserves re-election? 23% say he deserves re-election. 63% say that it's time for a change. Guess what's going to happen if 23% of the population thinks you deserve re-election? In that case, you can have all the money in the world. You're still going to lose. You know what it's time for in Corbett's administration? Panic time. They're going around pressing every button. Okay, all right, guys. We didn't mean it, man. We need to the poor. I care about the poor. I want to feed them. Now, national Republicans like Paul Ryan are saying, you don't want to give free lunch to poor kids. No, you want to take that away. You want to take it out of their mouths, right, and give it to some corporation. That's what Tom Corbett's been doing all along. And all of a sudden, the elections are on the corner and you're deeply unpopular. He's like, I didn't mean that. I meant food stamps. Food stamps, yeah. You know that he's so unpopular that only 42% of Republicans say he should be reelected. Because Pennsylvania is a relatively moderate state. They made the mistake of electing this Republican thinking, oh, that's okay, he'll be a moderate Republican. And for every year, except the last year when he's up for re-election, he was just as conservative as any Republican in the country, gave every advantage to the rich and to multinational corporations, and took from the average person in Pennsylvania. Come election time, all of a sudden, Tom Corbett's a progressive. It's funny, isn't it? They always say that it's a center-right country. The Republicans say, oh, Americans are, in the end, they're conservative. Except around election time, they don't act that way, do they? All of a sudden, around election time, they think the country, and in this case, the state of Pennsylvania, might be center-left. Funny how that works.